Hi, good morning, Courtney. How are you?
I'm good. How are
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for joining me today.
you?
How are you feeling?
All right.
Feeling okay? All
Mhm.
right. Well, this meeting will be fairly short, and it's going to consist of four parts. I'm going to go over confidentiality briefly with you, and then we'll do a quick assessment. And then we'll have a discussion and you can tell me what brought you in, and then we'll plan for next steps. Like if you want to continue to meet with me, when we'll plan our next meeting, and what that will look like. Okay.
Sounds good.
Do you know what confidentiality is?
Yes.
Okay, so just briefly, I do have to disclose that I'm a mandated reporter. Anything that you share with me is confidential unless you inform me that you intend to hurt yourself or harm others. Okay, I do have to report that so that we maintain a safe environment. My job is to, of course, keep your information private, but also keep you safe. Okay, do you have any questions about that?
Not as of now.
No. Okay, great. So I wanted to do a brief assessment just so that I can better understand how you feel and where you're at. Would you mind joining me in a quick assessment? We can do it here on the computer.
That's fine.
Sure. Okay, thank you. I'm going to share my screen with you. Give me 1 second. Let's see. And forgive me because I'm not that great. Okay, let's see. Let's try this. Oh, wait. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I have an assessment here that I thought might be helpful for us to kind of, get to know each other better and see where you stand. This is called a Rosenberg self-esteem scale. And it's assessment. It's going to ask some questions about how you feel about yourself. And then you're going to either answer satisfied, agreed, disagree, or strongly disagree. Okay.
Mhm.
And I can circle it right here on the screen. So it makes it super easy. Is there a color preference that you prefer?
No, you can use yellow.
Okay, yellow is a good color. It's a happy color. Okay, let's use yellow. All right. Okay. So on the whole, I am satisfied with myself. Would you say you strongly agree, or disagree, or strongly disagree?
Agree.
Cool. I'm gonna try to make a circle. All right. And then the second question is, at times, I think I am no good at all.
Disagree.
Disagree. Okay, great. I feel that I feel that I have a number of good qualities.
Agree.
I am able to do things as well as most other people.
Agree.
I feel I do not have much to be proud of.
Disagree.
I certainly feel useless at times.
Disagree.
I feel that I'm a person of worth, at least on an equal plane with others.
Agree.
Okay. I wish I could have more respect for myself.
Disagree. I think.
Yeah, I know it can be a little tricky, right? Sometimes, um, the way the question is worded. All in all, I am inclined to feel that I am a failure.
Disagree.
Okay. And then I take a positive attitude towards myself.
Agree.
Okay, awesome. Quick and easy. So real quick, I'm just gonna tally up your scores and then we can talk about it. And then we can go ahead and get into discussion about what brought you here. And feel free to just start talking at me as I'm counting up your score if you feel.
I'll let you concentrate.
Thank you. So, okay, so it looks like you have highest self-esteem according to this scale. So that's a positive thing. How do you feel about that? I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing my screen.
Yeah, I feel like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so what brought you in here today? What would you like to talk about?
Um, I guess the relationship with my mom. That's pretty much it.
Mhm. And how would you describe your relationship with your mom?
Not good at the moment, but I'm trying. But see.
When you say not good, can you tell me more about some of the challenges that may be presenting in your relationship with her?
When she drinks, she takes it out on me, her frustrations.
How does that make you feel?
Um, at the point that I'm at now, I mean, it is what it is. But that's it.
I I see that you're here, so you're making steps, right, to kind of open up to me or a stranger, right? So we can work together on kind of identifying these feelings. So I think
Mhm.
that's a very bold move. So it seems like you're invested in coming to some sort of resolution. What kind of relationship would you like to have with your mother?
Probably just an open one. Like maybe uh just have instead of her being a mom, because I don't need one right now, because I'm older, just maybe like a a a healthy relationship with her
Mhm.
in that aspect.
Okay. And healthy for you is what I'm hearing is open communication.
Mhm.
How do you
Respect each
feel
other's boundaries.
boundaries, respecting boundaries? Okay. Can you tell me more about how she disrespects your boundaries? I know that you did mention that when she drinks, she takes it out on you. Can we explore that a little bit?
Like how she does it.
Yeah, like
Um,
yeah, and how she does it. Maybe you can describe a situation for me, something that occurred recently.
um, just she's very short tempered when she's drunk. Um, so like anything I say or do, it's always uh, a problem, I guess.
Mhm.
So I just try to distance myself from that. But that's it.
And when you say distance yourself, what does that look like? Not answering phone
Yeah,
calls. Okay.
give
What
her a couple days.
okay, understand. What about planned meetings? Do you guys ever plan to meet up? You
No, I just go to the house, to her house and see what she's doing, and then if I feel a vibe that's off, I just leave.
when you feel a vibe that's off, what do you do?
I just leave the house.
You leave the
I
house.
go
Okay.
home. Yeah.
Okay. I'm curious, and you don't have to answer this question if you don't feel comfortable, but how long have you been struggling to have a healthy relationship with your mother? When did this begin in your perspective?
Probably, probably when I like was old enough to understand um that our relationship wasn't healthy. So maybe like middle schoolish, middle school, high school, maybe.
High school. Yeah. And high school is a very difficult time on its own for most students. I can imagine that was very difficult for you to start having this disruption with your mother and your relationship at that time period.
Yeah.
Thinking about it as a kid, when this first started to happen, what was your initial thoughts about your relationship with your mother?
That she basically just, I thought she was just a strict mom, but really it was not that.
Let's see. Is this conversation difficult for you today?
No, because I think I accepted for what it is, who she is. So, I mean, I just want to know like how to go about it when I get into those situations.
Yeah, that's a great point. We can explore that. You just said you want to see how you can go about it when you're in those situations. And that's great because that's something we can do together. We can kind of explore how you want to set healthy boundaries. And also recognize that sometimes we set healthy boundaries and people don't necessarily respect them or respond the way that we would like them to.
Yeah.
But on that thought, what are two most important boundaries for you with your mother that we can identify today?
That's a good one. I don't know. I haven't really thought about that.
Okay. Well, I heard you mention that her drinking can cause the issues. So just as an example, like I might set a boundary with somebody who drinking, I might say like, oh, I can't really be around you if you're drinking or something like that. Of course, that doesn't have to be your boundary. I'm just using that as an example. So what do you think that you can do to help, encourage healthy boundaries between you and your mother?
Probably when she does drink, not to be around her. I told her that many times, but she still does it, so.
Yeah. I can imagine that's probably a difficult conversation, especially when you're not getting the response that you want to have, well, that you want to get. Is there anything else that you think, another boundary possibly that you could set?
Probably when she gets frustrated, she takes it out on me. I have to, have, let her know that it's not my fault, so. There's other ways to go about it.
And I wonder, how does that make you feel that, she's the parental figure, you're the child, and yet you're the one sort of having to act as the more mature one and set boundaries. How does that make you feel?
I think I've had to, that's been our relationship. So I'm kind of like used to it. Like you take your time and I'll come back when you're not feeling like that anymore or whatever. So I feel like that's been our relationship. So I'm definitely like the older one, the two. I mean, it is what it is.
Mhm. You say, I hear you say it is what it is, but you also wanted to change, right? So that's
Right.
yeah. So that in itself is powerful. I think, we have a very short session today, but I think that definitely we can come back maybe next week. And give you some time to think about setting some healthy boundaries, what that looks like for you. And then maybe when you come back, we can unpack more of this conversation about your relationship with your mother. How does that sound?
That sounds good. That
Okay.
works.
All right, awesome. So I will see you next week. I'll send you a Zoom link, and I really want to appreciate you and commend you for meeting with me today and sharing with me your experiences.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.